On behalf of the Arts Council of Lake Oswego Board, welcome. We're so excited to be here today. We are celebrating the fulfillment of an important and aspirational piece of our Public Art Master Plan from 2016 to 2021, and this is the first gateway piece to be installed in Lake Oswego. The collaboration between our artists, Arts Council of Lake Oswego, many city departments including parks, planning, traffic, beautification, facilities and electrical, legal, neighborhood associations, as well as community groups. We celebrate it by this gorgeous landscaping that sets everything off, and we're just so excited to be here. This piece was funded primarily through the Tourism Board dollars from 2017, and with that I'm going to turn it over to Bill Tierney, who both served on Arts Council Board and the Tourism Board when this piece was kind of in its infancy, and then he ultimately also served on the board to select. So Bill.
Thank you, Carrie. Bill Tierney, and I had the privilege of being on the Tourism Committee when we made a recommendation to the City Council to fund this beautiful piece we have behind us. So it takes a lot to make something like this. It takes an inspired and dedicated Arts Council with a vision to make it happen. It takes an artist with also a vision and an inspiration and a concept to make this come about. But what it also takes is money. And the Tourism Committee, in its wisdom, recommended to the City Council that we fund this piece as a gateway to the entrance to Lake Oswego and as a means to bring visitors to town to enjoy this piece of art, Flourish, as well as the many other pieces we have in our downtown. So there's a lot of thanks to members of the Tourism Committee and Councilor Jackie Mans, who said, let's fund this. And the underlying reason it was funded, and Carrie made mention was that the Arts Council, in collaboration with the city and the community, has a master plan that's updated every 10 years. And so we had the plan that said something should be here announcing you're arriving in Lake Oswego. And here it is.
Hi, as Ivan Anderholm is the Parks and Recreation Director of the City of Lake Oswego. I'm really pleased to be here to represent the department and many of the departments with the city that were involved in this beautiful project. As stated earlier by Bill, this project was the result of the 2016 Public Art Master Plan. It is the first of potentially 4 gateway projects for the City of Lake Oswego, and it really pushes forward the importance of art in this community, to the city as an organization. I'd also like to especially thank Pam Peterson with our beautification team, who was in charge of the beautiful landscape here, as well as Charity Taylor, our project manager from the city manager's office. And with that, I'd like to turn over the mic to the artist, Ed Carpenter.
So I'm Ed Carpenter, and I'm very happy to be here this morning with all of you, and the fact that we're all gathered together. This is just the tip of the iceberg of an enormous group of people in this city who helped put this together. And if this piece is successful, it may be because it looks as if it grew here. But it has deep roots way out into the community. They go all the way back to the time when the community was surveyed to see what people thought of exemplified Lake Oswego. What was Lake Oswego? How do we describe Lake Oswego? And that information was all given to me when I started out and helped inform the look and the feel and the meaning of this piece. The piece is called Flourish, a title that I like partly because it's both a verb and a noun. A flourish is a gesture, and to flourish is to thrive. And I think the gesture is appropriate for the entrance to the city, and thriving is appropriate to the objectives of the people of Lake Oswego. So the roots go way back to that time, and they include the committee that I worked with, a lot of people on the staff of various departments in the city, And then ultimately, many people that helped my effort, my consultants, my lighting consultant, my engineering consultant, my fabricators, the electricians and the foundation people who helped install it. It was all an enormous collaboration. So the piece grew up from this collaboration, and its roots go deep, and I hope that it will symbolize the flourishing of this city for a long time to come.
I'm Joe Buck, Mayor of Lake Oswego. So honored to be here today and cut the ribbon on Flourish. Before we talk about Flourish, I want to ask if anyone here and those watching remember the "What Does the Nose Know" piece. Remember what does the nose know? This was the artificial nose with the glasses that was stationed. Well, it's a little known fact that that was going to be the city's installation piece, except it just kept testing positive for COVID. So we instead were very fortunate to end up with Flourish. But in all seriousness, public art really speaks to the soul of the community. So it's very appropriate that Flourish is the gateway for a community so defined by the natural environment and by a community that has a real love for its natural surroundings. I just want to take a moment to speak to the unifying process that the community went through over many, many years, different city councils, many different members of the community that shepherded this project forward so that we could have this beautiful gateway piece here today. And it really does speak to the fact that public art is a real unifying factor. And I want to give special thanks especially to the Arts Council, to Nicole, her team, and to Carrie and the board, who are such great ambassadors of public art and great stewards of public art in Lake Oswego. And we wouldn't be the city of art if it wasn't for them. So we really appreciate all you do, and thanks to my council colleagues who are here today to commemorate this big event.
Where are the cameras?
2, 1.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Do I get the scissors?
Yes, yes.